Okay, so hello, Miss Mia, and today I'm going to do a live stream about this thing. As you can see that on my screen, this is the unit number 8 that we need to learn along something that we are going to learn before, talking about the automobile industry, isn't it? Okay, so I will show you about this one first. Yes, because actually we only have the section A that we need to explain about that, and we have a short, not really short, right? Because actually we still have a lot of vocabularies as well as a lot of text here. So by the way, we still have something like that. So now let's start with this one first. To get the meanings of the whole paragraph that we showed here, we have here. First of all, please have some brief looks. I don't think that it may be a brief look because actually I already show you a lot of vocabulary here that we will read together. We talk about the calculations, phép tính toán, something like that, okay? So I have some slides showing you about that. For the first slide, we learn about decimals and fractions. For the second one, we learn about something here also. Then you have something here, okay? This one also, before we actually dive deeply into the section A. Let me show you here. Decimal and fractions. First of all, talk about the word. Here, we're going to read together, okay? We have the word số thập phân in Vietnamese. And in English, we have decimal, okay? Phân số, fraction. Nhà sản xuất, manufacturer, you already know this word. Đơn vị đo lường hệ mét, we have a metric, measurement. Đơn vị đo lường, Anh Mỹ. Imperial, okay, we have the word imperial, measurement. We do not use the word Anh ngôn Mỹ like English or British or American. We just use imperial, measurement. Next, you have the words các thông số kỹ thuật, okay? So maybe you can see that we have a root word. It starts from specific, means cụ thể, okay? And then we add the ending to form a noun, and it is Asian. And then that is why this word can be read like specification, okay? Next, you have the word, oh, it's quite easy, but I just want to bear in mind that we do not read it like engineer or engineer. Instead, we read the word in this way. Engineer, okay? Yes, okay. Next, you have the word convert, means chuyển đổi. You already know this. And you have the word whole number, số nguyên. I think this word is a new word for you. Whole number. So keep in mind about that, okay? Yes, we have some word like that. And let's copy it and paste it in the chat group. I already paste for you here the image of it. And you can have a very brief check, okay, for checking this one. I also copy here for you. Okay, I copy for you one table already. Continue for this one. We have, first of all, Số thập phân. We have the word decimal number. Decimal number. Okay? Millimeter. 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 Inch. Easy, right? Chữ số thập phân. Decimal place. Decimal place. Có thể quản lý, dễ xử lý. Manageable. Manageable. Làm tròn lên, we have the word round up because actually you know that up mean like increase already. Round down. Làm tròn xuống. And you have the word có lẽ here is probably. Probably. Approximately. Okay? Approximately. Xấp xỉ. Value. Sorry. Value. That's all, okay? It's like the way that we are reading Mandarin. So here are some words that you can bear in mind. Next, you have sai số và độ chính xác. Still have it. Now we have the word sự khác biệt. Difference. Okay? Normally some people may read it like difference, but just need difference. Some differences. Like that. Không đáng kể, we have the word negligible. Yes, negligible. Ảnh hưởng. Affect. Rất nhỏ. Tiny. Then the unit, I already know about that. 1/100. We can say 100th. Okay? Remember that? 1/1000. 1,000th. Also. 1,000th. 1,000th. Okay? Now you have the word pepping. Calculation. But actually I have stressed a little bit wrongly for the word. I should read it like calculation. Calculation. Like that. Sai số làm tròn, we have the word rounding error. Rounding error. Sự không chính xác, we have the word inaccuracy. Inaccuracy. Okay? Inaccuracy. Copy for you. It seems that for every lesson, Aden, you have learned millions of words. Soon you are going to become the master of English. Okay, so here we go. We have some very crucial academic words and phrases that I want to show you in this slide. The first one, you have the word chuyển đổi từ A sang B, right? So you would have convert. Remember, read for me. Convert. Do not read it like convert, because the stress of the words lays on the second syllable. Okay? Convert from A to B. Đưa ra ý kiến, you have give one's opinion. Các chữ số thập phân, you have decimal places. Decimal places. Okay? By the way, this means when you want to use the word chữ số, you would have the word places. Được làm tròn lên xuống, you have be rounded up. Be rounded up. Or down. Tạo ra sự khác biệt, you have the word make a difference. Ảnh hưởng đến cái gì, you have the word affect something. Một phần rất nhỏ của, a tiny fraction of. You have the word cộng dồn. Add up, okay? Next, you have the word gây ra sai số lớn hơn. Give bigger inaccuracies. Give bigger inaccuracies. We have the word tính chính xác, accuracies, right? So inaccuracies mean tính sai số. You still remember about something that we call zoom sai in the previous lesson? Maybe yes. Okay, we have the word tolerance. You know, tolerant. First of all, adjective means is an adjective used to describe the characteristic of a person. So we have the word. We wouldn't have the word meaning like tiếng vị tha. So tolerance mean okay, it's dùng sai, right? It means that a maybe an inaccuracy in the number, but we still accept it. Okay. You have the word product specifications. Okay, thông số kỹ thuật sản phẩm. Something like that. You have the word thuật ngữ toán học xuất hiện. So some words like that. We have số thập phân, we know that already. Phân số, we know that already. Calculation, accuracy, approximation giá trị xấp xỉ. You can see it more. Okay. And you can see here, for example, we see in the page showing one and right? Okay. So it means, okay, it equals to, we have 1 millimeter and it equals 0.03937 inches, or it is roughly 0.04. We round it up, all right? 0.03937 inches. We really 0.029. Do you read it like 0.03937? No, we do not have it in English. We just only have like, just need to read exactly each number. 0.03937 inches. Okay, approximately 0.04 inches. They are quite easy. Okay, so here are some words, or I mean, here is a full paragraph that they have made based on some words that we have learned in some previous slides. Then you will read together. Decimals and fractions. A manufacturer is thinking about giving both metric measurements. For example, milliliters and imperial measurements. For example, inches, inches, product specifications. What are the company engineers? Okay, sorry, I forget to pronounce here. I will read again. One of the companies, okay, engineers is giving his opinion on the idea in a meeting. One problem is, when you convert from metric to imperial, you no longer have whole numbers. You get long decimal numbers. For example, 1 milliliter is not 0.0337 inches as a decimal. So to be manageable, decimals have to be rounded up or down. You'd properly round up that number to 2 decimal places to give you 0.04. Now you might say the difference is negligible. It's so small. It's not going to affect anything. But even if it's just a tiny fraction of a unit, 1/100th of an inch, or 1/1000th of an inch, and those numbers are then used in calculations, the rounding error can very quickly add up to give bigger inaccuracies. Okay, I'm going to send you about the list of it, but I will send you later. But at first, we need to translate this one into Vietnamese. Một nhà sản xuất thì đang suy nghĩ về việc là đưa ra các cái phép tính toán về hình học, right? You have the word metric, but actually metric doesn't mean like, does not really mean hình học. So I show you now. Here we go.
Metric.
Metric. Using or relating to a system of measurement that uses meters, centimeters, liters. So we have the word metric system, like what we already witnessed in some pages here. Okay, like metric, measurement. This means đơn vị đo lường hệ mét. Okay, so again, I write for you here. Đơn vị đo lường hệ mét for you. Yes, okay. Keep in mind for me about this word. No, sorry. Not need that, right? Ví dụ như là millimeter, right? Và imperial measurements. We say this was like đơn vị đo lường hệ Anh và Mỹ. So by the way, we can check the root word for the word imperial. Imperial.
Imperial.
Imperial, not imperial, sorry. So first of all, imperial have this word root like empire deity, you know that? So what does this mean for the word imperial? Belonging in relation to an empire or deity, the person in the country, rulers. We have this word imperial. So maybe in the past, the people living in the UK, especially in the king, like for example, in the royal of the UK, right, use this kind of measurements a lot, imperial measurements. Okay, and dating back, dating back, dating back the history. We still remember that. To be honest, a lot of American people, a lot of British people, especially who are some kind of criminals, were put to America for living and settling down there. So they originally are, British, and then that is why they may apply some measurements way of the country. I think the motherland. Though now America and Britain seem to have a wide range of different things. But by the way, based on the history, we still see that they use a lot of same measurement methods. Okay, you saw it already. Okay, by the way, we have the word imperial measurements. Trong cái thông số kỹ thuật sản phẩm, một trong những kỹ sư của công ty thì đang đưa ra cái quan điểm của anh này trong một cuộc họp. Và quan điểm của anh này như sau? Một trong những vấn đề đó là khi mà chúng ta chuyển đổi từ hệ đo mét sang hệ đo theo kiểu Anh và Mỹ thì bạn sẽ không còn làm sao có những con số nguyên nữa, mà đi kèm với đó là chúng ta sẽ có những con số sau dấu chấm phẩy, tức là số thập phân đấy, đúng không ạ? Sau dấu phẩy. Ví dụ như là 1 mm sẽ bằng note. You have the word note and you already guessed the meaning of it successfully. Sure, không.
Naught.
Zero. Okay. We often, or we mainly use this word not in the UK, and in the American English, we will change letter O into A. He said it was only worth 10 pounds. But really, you could add a couple of notes to that. Like that. I paid it here for you. Note. Okay, note. A couple of notes to that. Couple of notes means chữ số 0, right? Continue. Not 0.3937 inches as a decimal là một số thập phân. So to be manageable, và để có thể chúng ta quản lý được nó thì những cái chữ số thập phân này phải được làm tròn lên hoặc làm tròn xuống. Và có thể là mình sẽ làm tròn lên cái số đấy, đúng không ạ? Two decimal places, tới 2 hàng, chỉ tới 2 đơn vị thập phân thôi. Like this one we have a 1, 2, right? 2 đơn vị thập phân. To give you 0.04. Các bạn nhìn thấy là 0.04. Ví dụ như mình có thể nhìn thấy đây là số 0.04, right? Hiện tại có thể là bạn sẽ nói là sự khác biệt này là không có đáng kể. Negligible, right? It's so small. It's not going to affect anything. Thì nó rất đúng là nó sẽ không ảnh hưởng tới cái gì cả. Sorry, không đáng kể, và cái cụm này người ta đang giải thích là it's so small, it's not going to affect anything. So here you have so here you can see that they say that negligible, and he explained it for you. And then after that we have thế nhưng thậm chí là nếu mà nó chỉ là một cái it's just a tiny fraction, một cái tỷ lệ fraction đơn vị nhỏ, đúng không ạ? Một cái tỷ lệ phân số nhỏ, đâu đó tầm khoảng 1/100 chẳng hạn của một inch, hoặc là 1/1000 của một inch, thì những cái con số này sẽ được sử dụng để tính toán, và những cái lỗi làm tròn nó sẽ được add up to cái bigger inaccuracy. Thì mọi người sẽ nhìn thấy là nó sẽ tạo ra những cái phép tính toán mà làm sao lớn hơn, được không ạ? Rồi, ok. Thì trong cái phần này trong sách người ta cũng có gợi ý là mình sẽ sang trang số 100 để mình nhìn thêm. Bây giờ phía yes, I am you, mình open the page 100 then see it more, okay? Okay, so Miss Mies, let me share for you. I already update for you this one. Yes, and you can see here that I already paste for you something related to what we call here is like the measurement, okay, of that a lot. So we can look at have a very quick look on that. Like you can see here, we have this one. Okay, maybe I will like delete this one because actually I do not think that you need this one. Yeah, just only pay for you this one, not need this one. Again, yes, okay. So we can have very brief look on the things that I pasted here already. So first of all, you have this one. Okay, we have this words. This one is too easy. We already know that. Now we have the word International System of Units, mean hệ đơn vị quốc tế, you know already. Now we have SI System International, right? Okay. Next you have đơn vị mét, you know already metric unit. Đại lượng. We have a quantity, or we often call it like số lượng, right? Chữ viết tắt we have the word abbreviation. Chiều dài we have the word length. Mét we have the word meter. Next you have the word mass. Kilogram. Time easy. Second easy. Electric current. We're going to learn in some electricity. Yes, listen. Ampere. You know the word means đơn vị ampere already. Nhiệt động học. You have the word thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature. Okay. Thermo means nhiệt. Okay. Dynamic động học. So thermodynamic nhiệt động học. Yes. Similarly, I can introduce for you a word, and that is, for example, thermal energy. Thermal energy means năng lượng nhiệt, right? But you have the word geothermal energy. It is like a kind of renewable energy, một loại năng lượng liệu tái tạo. Geothermal energy means people will use the temperature, the heating. I mean the very high temperature of the of the core of our Earth. Yes, and then it will maybe they will build some kind of how can I say steam system for the place, and then it's hot, and then you know it may drive the turbine to turn, and then gradually they create a very big amount of electricity, or I mean of power. We have something here. Yes. Các đơn vị cơ bản. Yes, you already know the words. SI means System International, okay? Hệ quốc tế like for example for Vietnam and for a lot of countries in Asia, we often use or meter or kilogram. That is called hệ quốc tế. So still have this one easy. Measurement easy. International System of Units. We have the word SI, you know the word already. Metric unit, you know already. Quantity. Abbreviation, length, easy, right? Meter, mass. Some words that we have read together, remember? We still have some words here. We have the word. Here we go. Độ Kelvin. Độ Kelvin, okay? We have Kelvin. Amount of substances. Lượng chất. We have mole. Nồng độ mol, you remember? I think you're sure you remember because actually you learn by all biological and nanotechnology, right? Luminous intensity. Cường độ sáng. Candela. Okay, candela here. Absolute zero. Okay, we have the word candela. Check together. Candela, we often abbreviate it like CD. Is one of the 7 simple units of the SI, right? We use this to see the intensification of the light. Okay, candela. Candela, you can see that it's like ngọn nến, candle. Candela, CD. How about Kelvin? Kelvin. Here we go. Is this like the Kelvin for counting the temperature? We often do it like K. It's also a very simple of the SI. Start from not or I mean 0. It is minus 273 and it equals 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, you can see this one. I copy it and we paste it here. Yeah, okay, much clearer. Luminous, some kind of that. Candle, okay. Absolute zero, độ không tuyệt đối. You already know that because actually we have read something to Kelvin. Kelvin. Next you have các đơn vị dẫn xuất, okay? Derived units. Mililiter, milliliter, centimeter, kilometer, square meter, square millimeter, cubic meter, cubic centimeter, liter. Easy, okay? Now next, you also have something here. Mass, force, density, and pressure. Gram, 10, force, Newton, gravity, density. Khối lượng riêng, this one. Kilogram per cubic meter. Pressure. Stress. No, sorry. You don't need to emphasize like that. Just stress. Pascal. You know Pascal already, right? Pascal. Pascal. Let's go together. Here. Oh, we use this to see how many newtons per meter because we have 1 PA or I mean 1 Pascal equals 1 Newton per 1 meter square. Okay, here we go. We cover it and then we paint it for you. So by the way, we have Pascal means this one. Continue, you have easy, right? Speed, velocity, vận tốc, velocity. This is a good word for us to use. Meters per second, kilometers per hour, acceleration, moments, you know that? Tall, but we say moment one. Okay, another word, điểm tựa we have fulcrum, trục quay, axis of rotation. We have some words here that we can read together. So I confirm to you that it's a lot. Degrees Celsius, temperature easy. Frequency, hertz. Okay, we have this word. We do not read it like half in Vietnamese. We have the word hertz. Cycle, angular movement. Chuyển động góc. Oh, this one. Radian. Và tốc góc we have the word angular velocity. The top góc we have angular acceleration. Here are some ways that you can use this, okay, to know more. By the way, to read something here. Second squared, something like that. They are very easy. Kilogram per cubic meter, something like that. So I think you have a very brief look at something. Yes, okay. And you can see it more, okay? Continue. You also have some kind of additional here that we read it already. So I think you can see this. They are quite easy, right? So you can understand this quite well. Okay, here we go. We're going to need to know more about this one. Much more words. Okay, so now let's go. Các phép toán cơ bản, you have addition, subtraction, multiplication, something like that. Phép cộng, you have addition. Phép trừ, normally we do not use the word minus, we use the word subtraction. Subtraction, okay? Multiplication, you have the word phép nhân. And phép chia, you have the word division. Phép tính, you have this word already. Hình học, geometry. Định lý, you have word theorem. Okay? Theorem. Định lý. Đo đạc, you have the word measure. Chiều dài, length. And gỗ thanh, you have word timber. Next. Side, cạnh, right. Adjacent side, cạnh kề. Okay. Góc vuông, right angle. Tam giác vuông, right angle, triangle. So right angle. We can connect the sound here. Next, you have the word square, bình phương. Số bình phương, you have word square number. You have word square root, căn bậc 2. Okay. Square root, căn bậc 2. Next, you have the word sum, tổng. Oh, this word, we have the word cạnh huyền, okay? Cạnh huyền, we have hypotenuse. 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 You have the word Pythagoras. 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 Okay, định lý Pythagore. You know about that. You also have the word multiply. Cũng chỉ nhân chia, right? It is the verb in this thing here. Multiply, divide, subtract, equal, calculate, work out, remaining, alternatively, calculator, and practical. Next, you have this one. Measures a length, square a number. It's like a verb. Work out the sum, calculate the square root, make a right angle, subtract one from another, be equal to, add together, whole numbers, practical size to work with. 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared. Okay, square root of 25, square root of 9, 3, 4, 5 triangle. Yes, just like a, because actually we wouldn't have a 3 square, like 3 square equal 9, 4 square is square like 16. So that is why we wouldn't have something that we have called it like a hypotenuse. We wouldn't have 25. Right angle triangle. You see this one? Hypotenuse squared, adjacent sides, and set square. Okay, a lot. Add, abstract, multiply, a lot of what, compare, estimate, equal, and solve. Now you have this one. They are quite easy. I have a copy for you. Okay. Yes. Continue. This one is easy. No need to see anything, right? Okay, so now let's read together. Wow, a lot of things. During a TV program about garden design, the presenter is explaining the calculations required to make a large set square, which can be used for setting out. Mình sẽ làm một cái đường to để mà setting ở phía bên ngoài. Để làm một trong những số đó thì bạn sẽ cần phải sử dụng định lý Pythagoras, right? Pythagoras theorem. So a quick geometry lesson. Cho nên chúng ta sẽ học về một bài liên quan tới hình học. Measure length of timber for one of the sides adjacent to the right angle. Hãy đo chiều dài của một cái thanh gỗ. Đó, đúng không ạ? Đâu đó tầm khoảng tới một trong các cái cạnh kề đối với cái góc vuông đấy. I made this 3 feet long. Tôi đã đo nó đâu đó tầm khoảng là 3 feet. Và rồi square that number, và tôi sao bình phương nó lên. 3 multiplied by 3 equals 9. 3 lần, đúng không ạ? 3 nhân 3 bằng 9. Then do the same with the other side adjacent to the right angle. Rồi làm tương tự với cả cái cạnh kề còn lại liên quan tới góc vuông. I made this one for 4 feet long, và tôi đo nó tới 4 feet dài. Work out the square of that. Và sau đó là tìm cái the square of that. Right. Mình cũng lại bình phương nó lên. So 4 times 4 is 16. Nhân 4 lần 4 thì mình sẽ ra 16. And work out the sum of those two numbers. So if I add 16 to 9, 16 plus 9 is 25. Rồi chúng ta cũng sẽ làm sao tính ra cái phép tổng của hai con số đó. Cho nên nếu mà tôi cộng 19 với 16 với 9 thì là tôi sẽ có con số là 25. Đấy, vì thế việc tính toán ra cái căn bậc 2 của, vì thế đúng không ạ, chúng ta chỉ cần tính toán căn bậc 2 của nó thôi, thì căn bậc 2 của cái số 25 sẽ là số 5. Đúng không ạ? That means the longest side, the hypotenuse needs to be 5 feet long, có nghĩa là cái cạnh dài nhất của nó hay còn gọi là cạnh huyền nó sẽ cần phải có ít nhất là 5 feet dài. And it doesn't matter what length you make the two adjacent sides. Và nó sẽ không có vấn đề gì cả, đúng không? Khi chúng ta nói về là cái chiều dài nào mà làm cho hai cái cạnh liền kề. Và nếu mà cái square bình phương của cạnh huyền nó cũng bằng với cả bình phương của mỗi một cạnh cạnh kia cộng lại thì mình sẽ có một cái đường vuông góc hoàn hảo, có nghĩa là ý là làm đường vuông góc mà mình không cần phải có cái kia đây, đúng không ạ? Nhưng mà về thực tế thì ra là anh để có đo trên gạch đúng không, ạ? Thì đáng nhẽ là chỉ cần lấy lên gạch thôi cũng được rồi, right? So now you can start by making the hypotenuse square the length of that, then make one of the other sides. Square the length of that, and then subtract from one from the other. But for this example, that would be 25 minutes 16. So 25 less 16 is 9. The square root of it, of 9 is 3. It gives me the remaining side. Alternatively, you can make both the adjacent sides equal, make them the same length. So take the square of the hypotenuse, which is 25, divide that by 2, which is 12.5. Then work out the square root of 12.5, which requires a calculator. That's why it's easiest to use a 3, 4, 5 triangle like this, which conveniently works with whole numbers. That's also what I'm measuring in imperial because 3 feet by 4 feet by 5 feet is a practical size to work with. Và hiện tại thì bạn có thể sẽ bắt đầu bằng việc là tạo ra các cái cạnh huyền. Chúng ta sẽ bình phương cái chiều dài của nó và rồi chúng ta sẽ make one of the other side, cũng làm tương tự như vậy đúng không ạ, của cái bên còn lại. Bình phương cái chiều dài của nó này và rồi trừ đi from one the other, trừ đi cái số của cái cạnh ngược lại đấy, đúng không, cái cạnh còn lại. For this example thì đối với cái ví dụ này nó có thể là mình sẽ lấy là 25 trừ đi 16 thì cái khoảng cách của nó sẽ là số 9 đúng không ạ? Cho nên là căn bậc 2 của số 9 sẽ là số 3. Thì lúc đấy mình sẽ có cái kết quả của cái cạnh còn lại. Đấy. Hay là một cách khác thì mình có thể làm cho hai cái cạnh liền kề nhau, bằng nhau và có cùng chiều dài. Cho nên chúng ta chỉ cần là lấy bình phương của cạnh huyền, nó là 25 chia 2 thì nó sẽ là 12.5. Và sau đó là mình sẽ tìm căn bậc 2 của bọn nó. Đúng không ạ? Dĩ nhiên là mình sẽ cần phải có máy tính rồi. Đấy, cho nên là cứ dễ nhất mà mình muốn tìm ra một cái góc vuông ấy thì mình cứ làm theo kiểu là 3 4 5. Đó, và cái này sẽ rất là thuận tiện để mà mình sẽ có những con số là con số nguyên chứ không còn là con số bị thập phân như vậy nữa. Đây cũng là lý do tại sao mà tôi đo đạc ở trong hệ thống Imperial liên quan tới hệ thống của Anh và của Mỹ, bởi vì là 3 feet by 4 feet, 3 x 5 x 4, 3 x 4 x 5 thì là một trong những cái con số rất là thực tế để chúng ta hoàn thành. Right? So here is something that you can do for the vocabulary, a lot of words. I hope that you can have time to work with that. Thanks a lot for seeing me today.